Okay, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today we'll be looking at what kind of situation we have with the Euro USD. Okay, the last time I spoke about this pay, we had this pay trading inside of this area here, and I spoke about that. I want to see reasons to start getting involved with this pay. So now, a lot of things are happening around Euro USD at the moment because everything looks really, really messy. I would like to use that word messy because at the moment we are not any clear indication of some sort how we want to take a trade action. But at the moment we have it that something's about spiking up and we have something cool to work with because initially what I was looking to see was a zigzag which about initially that I want to see a zigzag of some sort. Then we could look to buy after the big drop, but I wanted to see a zigzag because um, everything really probably some sort maybe my house small the way it to be before then we could buy to the upside. So, but we didn't see. But overall, I want to start making this analysis all over again on what I think about the Euro USD. We have a five-wave structure inside of this area here, and followed by this was supposed to be a decline, okay, which was supposed to be an ABC. Okay, so it was actually a very perfect one, and what we could expect after a five-wave move to the downside was after this zone, we would expect the next push, all right, from this point to start completing the next wave to the upside. So that's what we could expect from the Euro USD. But at the moment, what can we see? So we see that this was the end of the wave C, which we wanted to see and we spoke about because after this structure here, we want to see this also before then we could then buy. So overall, what do we see at the moment? So this was a high far back 2018, and now we have it that euro is actually going messy. So let's go down to the weekly time frame and see what we have because the whole of this is supposed to be a correction and the major move is supposed to be to the upside. So that's where we need to find the major move because overall that's where we want to head into first. But at the moment, the target where we want to head into first will be the 1.25, okay, the 1.2500 because this was actually the previous high. So we could look to target this zone first, and on the breakout of this zone here, okay, that can break out. Then on the retracement, then we could look to make the next wave up. So what do we see at the moment? What we could see at the moment, we have this five-wave structure up here. So indicating the very first wave. So whatever was happening here is supposed to be a correction and look at the characteristics or the properties of the trend. Okay, so what decisions can we start making from here? One of the things I could identify from my setup, we had this impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, which then we had this question of the ABC. Okay, so now this is now a wave one, and these are wave two, and we had this triple complex correction. Okay, which was WXYXZ correct pattern, and that formed our wave three. Okay, so we had this ending diagonal on a wave four. Remember, I spoke about ending diagonal. Ending diagonals are mostly found on the wave four or a wave B of a trend. Okay, you don't find any diagonal at the wave C. So this was an ending diagonal which was found on the wave four. So that was cool, and that we expected this big break, which happened. Okay, so first this push here was supposed to be some sort of an impulse move or maybe some sort of an impulse move, all right, which would have signaled the resumption on A. So five what that would be a correction. Okay, so we're expecting a five-wave move to the upside, which would have signaled okay the resumption of a new trend, okay, from this wave five here, okay, something would have broken second price to break out of um, the trend line, okay, something of which would have second price to break out of the trend line, and then we could see a five-wave move, okay, but we didn't really see the five-wave move which we wanted initially to have second price out of this structure from the wave five, okay. So rather, the market did something very crazy. I would like to use that word very crazy because um, at the moment everything looks very crazy. I would use that word very crazy because it looks so. So let's go down to daily time frame and to start counting the fractals and then counting the waves. We had this three wave move to the upside, okay, and that was cool. But what we wanted to see was what would have looked like a retracement, okay, because this was a low, right? So this was a low, okay, was a low. So we want to see a retracement maybe into this structure here. That's what we want to see. But we never saw that retracement into that structure, but rather what we saw was quite different. We then saw a deeper pullback, okay, back into breaking this previous structure of the 1.07 or 1.08, okay. So we had that retracement actually going below this area which we want to see before then price then started to make push to the upside. Okay, so one of the things I was expecting of price, maybe price would have gone into doing maybe a WXY, okay, or maybe some sort of ABC, maybe a zigzag, okay, or a flat or running flat, okay, as the case may be inside of here. After this, before then, we could expect the massive buy to the upside. So that did not happen. Now, what currently is price doing? At the moment, price have then met this low. So this is a low first, which we can identify in the market. And what could we expect? If we could expect that price could start making that push from this zone, well, um, it's possible. Okay, it's possible. Nothing is impossible. It's possible. But what I see at the moment is that after this A leg, what I see is a WXY. Okay, I see a WXY pattern. Okay, I see a WXY pattern which I am looking at it completely because of the wave count. Okay, so I see a WXY. Okay, so after a WXY, what do you expect to see? I expect to see another WXY. So this could be our X, and we could have our W here, and we could have our X, and we could have Y. Okay, so that's what I expect to see of the market after that. I expect to see another WXY. Okay, now which that will form this now, if the market starts to retrace from here, this area could then be our B. Okay, so by the time this forms and complete this new WXY, we could expect to buy aggressively to breaking this zone because I would believe that the pattern must have completed. So this will be move, okay, to the upside, three wave move to the downside, and then we could expect a five wave move to the upside after this. So what we could expect would be a wave move then to the upside to complete that. But when that happens, if that five wave move can be very aggressive, we can tend to believe that it's about to start a new set of waves. So that could really be cool for what we want to see. So let's go down to the H4 and see what kind of reaction we are having inside of H4 and how we can start drawing a trading conclusion and also draw a trading plan. Okay, so from the H4, we have it that from this point, which we had this WXY, okay, and already we wanted to see another WXY, okay, to the upside, but this also went into an over extension, okay, it went into an over extension, which we have here. But where can we start drawing conclusions that, okay, where will we expect that price would end? If we use the Fibonacci tool, because this was a high and this was a low also which we had, so we can start it at the 2160 Fibonacci level because price have also broken below the 161.8 Fibonacci level. We can start the 2.618 Fibonacci level before we can then start looking for some bit of retracement of some sort, okay, to the downside. So we will also move with the aid of this trend line here because if this was to be our wave 4 and whatever happened here could have been our wave 5, which we do not know, okay, so we could expect that whatever is happening here is near ending, okay. So because here we had this 5 wave structure, okay, which could be our 1 wave 2. So if this is an ending diagonal or diagonal here, we could have a wave 3 and this would be a wave 4. So this could be our wave 5, which would signal the end of this trend. Okay, so after we pass, it is signal at the end of the trend. So we expect maybe a 5 wave move, okay, to forming the W leg, and also a 3 wave move for the correction, and also a 5 wave move to completing the leg. which we want to see. So we could expect all those to happen. But first, when do we start trading or selling? Okay, the Euro USD. One of the things we need to do, because even though we have come into counting the waves, okay, correctly, we've counted everything down. Okay, the waves are correct. Okay, and we do not know at the moment because we are humans. Okay, so one of the things we want to be doing, we want to be drawing a trend line. Okay, and with the end of this trend line here, it will guide us. Okay, it will guide us into making decisions. One of the things we want to see will be at the break of the trend line. Okay, so if we have a break at this trend line, we will then look to short this pay. Okay, with the right risk to reward, because now this would be our high. So we will then look to short this pay into making this five-wave move to downside, okay, to completing the W pattern. And if it ignores that pattern and then make a very strong move to the upside, we could expect that we could might as well have a very strong five-wave move back into maybe this zone here of the 1.07. Before then, we can then look to buy the Euro USD to the upside. So at the moment, what I expect to see, even though we could have price actually pushing inside of this zone, all side of this zone, I will still look for reactions to only sell the euro against the USD to completing this pattern before then the big buy. So that's what I think of the euro USD before the big buy and how I expect to take a trading action with the pay. So let me know what you think in the comment section, and also don't forget to follow me on TradingView as to getting all my signals and also my educational tools whenever I post them. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.